Devo's kind of been killing it lately, but Cook's here. You know, we're seeing him back on the main page, and I'm excited to see this matchup because a lot of people favoring Guild, but we could get some surprises out of Wolves.
I think the fact that the Wolves are here is a surprise for many people. Rix Ronde, a player who's been on the edge of making it to the higher level for so long, and now with Cooks here and Oli, seems like they might have finally cracked the code.
But the issue is they're up against Nolly, who was just an absolute madman yesterday. I mean, the solo plays, James, that we saw, the 1v3s, he was shooting 50% shooting accuracy on 2.25 goals per game in that series to make it to the playoff bracket. So if he has a similar performance, I just don't see a world where Wolves can keep up.
Yeah, it was reminiscent of the Chaussette DreamHack performance when PSG won that major. And Nolly doing the same thing, that ground-based game, going up 1v3 against the team he was finding success. Will he do it here? First minute has come and gone quietly. Nolly looking to make some noise, but Rix Ronde shut that down. Devo in the corner. He's going to take his time now. Lobbing that up for Tho. Tho shot off the post. It's pinched out. Rix Ronde and Oli both had to go for it.
Yeah, and there was an awkward team bump as the pass still comes through. Saved by Cooks here. Off the backboard, another follow-up chance, but the Wolves defense survives and holds on to this pressure and still has a tied-up game. That was a remarkable standing even after the team bump games.
And the defense from Cookser, and that was what he was known for back in the day.
Yeah.
Not only that, but a three-time Golden Striker. Season 3, 5, and 7. Cookser knows how to score as well. Rix Ronde. For the 50, but he was not able to stay close enough to the ball. It's chipped downfield. Guild controlling the pace, and another stretching save from Oli. Cookser went for it as well. The boost to Tho in the corner as well is still above the net. Devo couldn't get a play on it. Now flicked.
Oh, the demo.
It's high.
No way.
Goes for the read, and Cookser will get the read and punch it in. First goal going to the Wolves.
Look at all this space. Nolly was not in position. The demo comes out then on Tho, who was gonna have the follow-up after the flick came out. But since he's taken off the pitch, there's nobody there. You've got a follow-up from Wolves. They survive. Goal line save after goal line save, but they're still here and fighting.
And it looked like Devo might have had enough boost to get back in time. He was probably thinking that Oli was gonna just put that in for an easy goal, but Oli not making contact, you know, that opened up a chance for Devo to get back. You even saw him boosting after he saw the miss from Oli. But regardless, huge flick. Wolves Esports gonna go ahead.
Well, and that's just so demoralizing whenever you have all this pressure. Rix Ronde, another flick over to Devo, but he has the save. Goal line save, but Cookser coming up with a follow, and Nolly found another save. This is a battle of defenses that I did not expect.
It's turning out that way so far. Strong shot's gonna be wide. Nolly tried to dribble out. Cookser was there, a miss in the middle. The ball leaks through. Nolly airborne, goes for net, hits it, and Guild tied this back up.
All right, I'm convinced this is just going to be goal line save into counterattack. This is the style that we've got in this series where both defenses holding on. The same exact thing that Wolves did to Guild. Guild get some revenge, get that goal line save, have a clear forward, and go for the counterattack. You've got a wide open net so long as you do find that initial save, James.
Oh, nice foot reset there from Oli, looking to do some damage. This is a bad bounce. Rix Ronde there to help out for Wolves. But on that play, you saw the missed ball that leaked out into the middle, and that threw off Oli, who was third man. He played the follow-up hit from Rix Ronde, and when Rix didn't get there in time, it was game over.
Well, and it's so easy now with what we're seeing for both teams to overextend because the goal line saves that we have witnessed, they're remarkable. A lot of times you're just going to assume that ball's going to go in. You see it get saved, so you want to push up a little bit more, extend that rotation, because you can see the pressure and how it's affecting that defense. But then you get too desperate. The counterattack comes through, and you're exposed on defense.
And not only that, but sometimes, as we've been seeing with these saves where they're stretching to it, it's a hard pinch off the post or off the crossbar, which adds even more unpredictability into it. And that is something that can help kickstart a counterattack, as opposed to the more predictable defensive hits like that one from Rix Ronde, right to Devo. Though is going to take a wide berth around the ball and bounce it off the arc, but Cookser down. Noli is there. A weak shot will be easily saved by Rix Ronde. Cookser got the boost steal, so Rix didn't have boost to work with. Dribble attempt from Oli. Devo going to try to get one last chance for Guild before overtime. Ooh. But it touches, and now game one, Guild and Wolves Esports going to be going the distance.
Yeah, and I think a lot of us expected it to be more one-sided towards Guild, at least in the first game, but it's been a resilient defense out of Wolves. I'd say the pressure definitely in favor of Guild, but we all know what happens whenever one player, that's all it takes, overextends. That counterattack is deadly, and Wolves certainly know how to do it.
Speaking of resilience, the most resilient team on Championship Sunday, perhaps the Wolves. They had to go and reverse sweep top blokes. Had a 5-minute overtime as well in that reverse sweep. Grit and determination from Wolves can't be doubted.
They dropped down a little bit of a rough series, I'd say, to Ether at the beginning. So to recover from that and then still get the reverse sweep, that's incredible.
Nothing coming easy for Wolves. Guild going to make sure that on pinch. Devo, can he get back in time? No, he can't. And Cookser with an unlikely goal. But I guess it's a pinch turtle, so maybe we shouldn't be so surprised.
Oh, Tho was going for the back pass. It was a pinch between Cookser and Tho. Cookser didn't even realize he was going for the ball. He was just going for that one small, simple clear. Tho saw the defender back, tried to keep possession, but it ends up doing a complete 180 on him and pinches into his own net. That is so painful. But you even talked about it, James. The pinch plays, the unpredictability from those weird clears can throw a team off.
Yeah, I mean, that's not technically a Cookser pinch, but, you know, I think Wolves will take it.
We'll get it.
Anything they can get at this point.
Yeah.
And they go ahead in the series 1-0. And this is, it's a grueling day ahead of all these teams, all best of 7. So it is, it's going to take a lot of work to put this one away, especially against a Guild team where they haven't really shown their hand yet. You know that Nolly has that ability to just score if he's feeling it. But at the same time, Wolves defense managed to save shot after shot.
Right. Well, I mean, we'll only see Nolly start to pop off and have an exceptional game and or day like yesterday if Devo and Tho are able to find the defense to give Nolly those opportunities, because that's what was happening yesterday. We even saw, like, I believe a couple of times where Devo got back-to-back saves within a matter of maybe 3 or 4 seconds. He had to get challenge win after challenge win. And we're not seeing that here. The defense is struggling, and that's forcing Nolly to be a bit more passive. He can't do what he loves to do, which is those 1v2, 1v3 dribble plays. And because of that, the offense is very, very watered down there.
And we saw the offensive play early from Devo. He was going for a dribble, trying to pop it up like we saw Noli. Oh, nice bump, but a follow-up challenge from Oli. Devo trying to get creative. And as I was saying, Rix Ronde had the perfect read, seeing that Devo was going to try to go for that chip play over the defense, was able to get the hit. Wolves Esports doing a great job of reading the intentions of the attackers.
Yeah. Oh, double commit, though. Everybody overextended. You can see the effect that this defense is having on Guild with how close they've been on these shots. Everybody wants to move forward and get that final hit, the execution in, but can't find the accuracy because of this Wolves defense. They are getting the saves that they need to, mainly because Cookser is this fast, but maybe that'll slip in. No, of course not. That Wolves defense, it stays on.
Oli, nice touches, going for the net save from Tho, almost a 1v3 from Oli. And Guild will have to be careful. It's so easy to be enticed by the defense that's leaving you space, giving you chances, and then if you overcommit, that counterattack can be there. And you see how deadly Oli has been with a few key touches to get around defenders. You don't want to put him in a 1v1 situation if you're Guild.
I was most impressed on that counterattack with that first touch. He scooped it over that defender who just flew past him, couldn't get contact because the control that we saw out of Oli. So Wolves Esports, not only do they have those goal line saves, but you've got Oli on the other side taking shots and making the Guild defense look a bit silly.
It's a nice ball for Devo to work with. Going for the flip reset pass, and it's blocked again. Wolves Esports, a brick wall.
You're telling me a flip reset pass into the middle of the box isn't enough to break down the defense? I'm starting to think, what is it going to take for Guild to shatter a defender? You can't get it past the goal line.
This has been a tight game, a tight match so far. Oli with the block. Oli collecting, but the heavy first touch gave it away. And now Devo off the ceiling, not the best touch either. If somebody was there from Wolves, they might have been able to take a shot on net. Guild showing some cracks in the armor. Oli, not a ton of boost. Did get his flip, but decided not to use it. Perhaps even could have pushed that forward with a musty, but happy to just play conservatively.
Yeah, I think that's the game plan for Wolves Esports. They don't want to risk anything if they don't need to. Oli had that flip reset, didn't want to get the challenge in because he can just go by himself when he gets another opportunity. And look at the control this man shows off yet again.
That is such a good play from Oli. You've been seeing glimpses of his brilliance in terms of card control, finesse, and there he puts it all together for a goal. And that one was a great play right from the get-go. That first touch, you saw Nolly was struggling with his first touches. Oli on the sidewall, popping that ball up. And then not only that, but flipping into the ball and getting the right amount of power to be able to get right back up behind it.
It just looks like that first touch is his specialty, James. I mean, on a lot of the counterattacks, Oli is the one who's the most far forward. He's receiving these clears, and the first touch is always pristine. Like right here, you get that first touch to follow it up, get the 50, and push it into the midfield because he can keep that control for his team.
And Oli trying to respond. That was a good fake. He got around one defender. And some confusion between Cookser and Rich Ronde. Devo, he just used all his boost without really making much happen. And Guild, they're going to be fighting from behind the final 30 seconds. Wolves Esports trying to jump out to a 2-game lead. Guild has had some pressure and more coming. Double commit again. And Rich Ronde will be the first one there. Though did not want to commit. The light touch. And now Devo looking for the corner, but only blocks him with the pre-jump. 10 seconds left. Devo downfield right to Oli. Nolly to Tho.
Here we go.
Pounds it to the corner. Rich Ronde collects, but it's hit from Nolly back out to the middle. Low boost for Devo. Off the wall. Tho blocked by Cookser, and Wolves Esports win back-to-back games. The pre-jump from Cooks leaving nothing to chance.
I mean, that represents how this series has gone so far. That one little pre-jump. Wolves Esports, they are reading these plays that Guild are throwing at them perfectly. They get the predictions they need to, even after double commits happen on defense, because while the Wolves Esports defense has looked absolutely amazing, and it's not flawless, there have been double commits, there have been awkward moments for this team, but they find the recovery, and when they need to get a pre-jump and know exactly where Guild are trying to move the ball, they can do just that. And we do have a tactical timeout called by Guild, and you understand why after how these first 2 games have gone.
I mean, you've got to do it at this point. The Wolves have had their number, and this is only going to get more difficult for Guild if they cannot bounce back in this situation. You're down 2 games, you give up 1 more. Wolves will have 4 chances to put the series away, and with how close these games have been, that doesn't seem likely. So this next game this is going to be such an important game for Guild to bounce back on, especially after that tactical timeout. They're not going to be able to take any more at this point. So this is kind of the all-in moment here for Guild.
I feel frustrated for Guild because they can't get any momentum going. Even when they try to take the first step, whether it's Tho, Devo, Nolly downfield getting the first touch, it's instantly blocked out. Then finally one shot can come through. You're thinking Guild are finally going to build some momentum, get this thing rolling, and it's blocked out and saved. You can see how the defense is working. And then, of course, look at the first touches, the control from Oli. While that one didn't go in, that play is what stuck out the most to me, that showed the skill and control that he possesses.
Yeah, it's a wonderful start so far for the Wolves. They've kept things tight, but at the same time, Turtle, we've seen them double commit on the defensive line. It's been some close calls for him, almost letting some shots in. But if you're Guild, you've got to punish that. There has not been anyone close by to pick up those rebounds. So they're going to have to get a little more aggressive while at the same time being smart on their third man. You got to, make sure that third man is back, but let somebody go for that quick attack to try to clean up those rebounds. Because if you don't, and you give all the space to Wolves, they're going to punish you on that counterattack.
Well, and I think an easy strategy to fall on right now if you're Guild is to go for the physical play, go for the demos, because we're seeing double commits out of Wolves Esports. If you take just one player out of rotation, one player that's coming back as a third man, and then Wolves go into that panic mode and have a double commit, then that's going to be wide open. And that's going to make the demo play that much more effective. We'll see if that gets put into use, or if Guild will just keep taking shots at net that are so close to falling in.
Guild just can't catch a break. And hit off the worst part of the post. It took the worst bounce possible. So, wanted that first touch to set up a second effort. And you see Nolly giving up the ball to Oli. Cookser wanted to bump Devo out of the air. And a double commit now. And Devo and Nolly both going for it. So off the ceiling.
Got another one.
But a nice save from Oli to the corner.
Yeah, and it's still saved out, and it goes perfectly to the corner. That's the key. You know, it's one thing to get the save, but then another to keep the possession, or at least put it in a spot where your opponent or your teammates, can go for the follow-up. And Oli again, the control, the first touch off the backboard. He takes himself downfield. While he doesn't make a great opportunity out of it, he just completely relieved all that pressure, and they can start an offensive attack.
You see Cooks are quickly going for challenges. We've seen Wolves Esports have some space going for the dribbles, going for the chip plays, but we haven't seen Wolves give Guild that same space. Though, controlling it, Oli tipping it to the corner. He's looking at that corner boost, does pick it up. And a nice block from Cookser. It's going to relieve a ton of pressure. See the panic clear there from Tho, and Rix Ronde, the demo on Tho as well. Nolly towards net. Rix Ronde and Cooks are both working on that. Rix Ronde actually landed on Cookser's head. That messed up the breakout play, but now Cookser is going to take another whack at it, clearing it down the sideline. Missed on his challenge. Devo low on boost.
It feels a bit awkward with the Wolves defense. It's like they're letting Guild take the shots, which I think is fine, because you can find the pre-jump saves. I'm just wondering, how long can they keep this up? I have no idea. I mean, I would love to see, obviously, Wolves continue this play style, but it's one that seems to be a bit unstable. And yet I say that, but we've never seen it fall short, which is ridiculous. I can't believe what I'm seeing from this defense.
Even there, you saw that ball bouncing across the middle for so long, and the shot, Devo had jumped. I don't know what he was doing here. He jumped for a moment and did he get bumped?
No, he only went across. It looked like Oli was gonna get the demo. It was almost a fake demo play. Oh my goodness.
Devo, he was trying to get ahead of it because he knew he needed to get back to the ground early. Oli fakes the bump play.
Oh my.
And it was enough to get Devo to bite. jumped for that split second, then the shot comes. Devo couldn't get back down to the ground in time.
I love how we were just watching that play, and we didn't know what was happening at first. We're trying to figure it out, break down what was happening in Devo. The follow-up off the backboard, that was a chance for Guild. It's been a rough day for Devo and this whole Guild offense. My goodness, things are not connecting for him. Wolves are breaking them apart.
When you talk about implications for Guild, they need this win to secure their spot in the major. And that double tap, Oli! A monster out there on the field.
He is doing so much of the heavy lifting. He's way faster than Tho. Absolutely dusts him in the air, then gets the follow-up read off the backboard. Oli, he's got the control, he's got the dribbles, and now he's got the double taps.
This has been unreal. Wolves demoed now on the back line, but Rix Ronde happy to waste as much time as possible. That tactical timeout,
that could
not
be it.
seeming to do anything, and you see how quick Wolves are. They're happy to pre-jump on those shots instead of waiting and seeing if it's at them in a savable spot. They're just trying to cut that angle out as quickly as possible. It's been working out for them.
We have to see a better passing play from Guild, and I don't say that in a way to discredit what we have seen so far from Guild. It's not flawless. The only way to break down the Wolves Esports defense at this point is to have a pass that is so incredibly fast that you don't give Wolves enough time to predict it. Because if there's any small window for them to get a free jump in or to read that passing line that Guild are going for, it's over. Now 3-on-1. Surely this has got to be something. Cookster almost dodged all of them. He had so many players trying to take him out, and I thought he was going to get it.
You're just holding your breath here. It's literally 3v1. Cookster dodges both. And if he pre-flips, if he half flips there back left, he might have been able to get it, but it just wasn't going to happen. Sometimes the numbers are just too much against you.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Oh, it's still up.
Keeping it alive and full boost for Nolly, but it skips off his hood. And Wolves win 3 straight on match point. And if you're the Giants and you're watching this,
wow,
you've got hope.
I mean, Guild have to work so hard. Tho had 10 shots in this game and 1 goal. Then we've got Devo, 4 shots, 0 goals. Nolly, 3 shots, 0 goals. They are having to work incredibly hard to get any sort of opportunity. The 1 goal we saw in this game, James, was a 3v1 against Cookster 97, and 2 players went for the demo, and there was still a very big chance for Cookster to get the save because he had managed to dodge 2 players. That is ridiculous.
Now, this has been a crazy series, and what's been missing for Guild is Nolly's offense and that he brought previously, and all his offensive potential. You saw it against Galaxy Racer. They need it now, and they need it in the worst way. A reverse sweep is going to be required of Guild against a Wolves defense that has been near impenetrable. And you've got to wonder, is this too much? Is this too much for them to overcome? I think it was 10 shots from Tho, and it took the 3v1 for Guild to get a goal, and it still was a close shot.
Yeah, it was very close. Cookster was slippery on the defensive line. I thought he was going to manage to get out of it, and that's the only goal that we've really seen from Guild that looked relatively planned out. So we'll see what we have in store now from Guild, facing match point and trying to fend off a sweep in a best of 7.
This is getting interesting. I don't think many people would have expected Wolves to take out Guild. And it's not over yet, but this has big implications for the Giants, who thought they threw their season away. But perhaps there's more life than we realized. See how it goes. Oli. But reset. The shot is going to be high. Rebound. Won't be in a scoreable position. Cookser going for the tip. Cookser, one of those players who is so smart, knowing when to turn and not rotate out. And a pass to the middle. Rixronde couldn't get over the ball. But Wolves start out putting all the pressure on Guild.
And you feel for Rixronde in that situation. He was in the perfect spot waiting for the pass from Oli, but didn't have any boost. Here he does have boost, full tank, but still can't get a solid play. He does keep the pressure, which is all that matters in the end, because they can try again to break down this Guild defense, go for a demo possibly. Rixronde is on the hunt, but no, it's cleared out from Guild. And we'll see if maybe this could lead into something. Of course, we do get a goal line save. At this point, if I see a strong shot go towards the net, I'm not even worried, because somebody from Wolves is going to get that save.
Well, infield pass, Cookser the chip, but Devo, a clutch read. You have a feeling this first goal is going to be so important, and Guild has to be the team to do it. Otherwise, you feel the series is done and over. Pressure mounting for Guild. A nice chance, hard backboard read, but a perfect touch out. So much so, the pitch off the post, back to the middle. It's not in, but Rixronde almost had a heroic solo counterattack. Nolly, the long shot, and it gets by Nolly. A huge goal for Guild.
And this is a huge sigh of relief for Devo. You get Tho getting the back pass off the backboard, then goes forward with the follow-up from Nolly. And Devo had missed that initial touch as the third man back when it bounced off the post for Wolves. That was supposed to be a goal, a big mistake from Wolves that could be the changing point, the turning point, excuse me, in this series.
Nolly, that offense Guild relies so much on him for. Low shot. Devo double tap.
Ooh. I like the creativity from Devo. He had no boost, still found a pinch out into the middle. We're going to need to see more of that. Hopefully, if you're a Guild fan, at least the offense is getting warmed up. Wolves still look solid. Another double commit from Cookster. We haven't seen that all game, but unpunished by Guild.
Nolly. Flick. Tho controlling it. Deciding to go for the air dribble, but he runs out of boost, but it sets up the shot attempt for Devo. He put it wide and high. Nolly. The reset, ground pinch, attempt. Goes nowhere. Rixronde, well-timed hit to the corner, and that's something that Wolves have been doing very well, is on their saves, getting it out to the corner so that Guild can't have that rebound opportunity.
Oh my goodness. And then the pre-jumps from Cooks here. The Wolves defense is unbreakable, it seems. That one shot that Guild managed to find was off the backboard, but you're not going to get those chances too often, and you still have to hold it down on defense. If you are Guild,
nice
the demo
pass.
comes out. Surely the save. No, it's not safe from Cooks here. Popped up into the midfield. Rixronde was there to clutch it out for the defense.
Wolves Esports continuing to interrupt those shots, filling the lane without any hesitation. But they need some offense now. Guild about to win their first game of the series to keep their hopes alive. Oli, corner bounce, Cooks her up, though. Headed downfield, controlled by Rixronde. 46 boost to work with. He goes for the chip over one defender.
Seconds.
Double commit from Guild. Oli, center ball to Cookser. Cookser's chip was blocked by Nolly. Huge defensive play. Nolly coming through on offense and now on defense.
Oh, man.
Best touch, though. That one could have been bad, though. Fortunate for Guild that he was there. Nolly. Tap up. Trying to make the defenders miss. Still in the air. Oli, quick to it. Cookser missed the mid boost. Rixronde trying to catch it, doesn't do it. And Guild will stay alive in the series.
Oh my goodness, but we need a reverse sweep in the best of 7 from Guild. This is gonna be a long journey, but that is the only way to start it out. Get that first step The goal off the backboard, it wasn't anything too special, but you were able to punish and capitalize on the Wolves defense, That is a good sign. And we have a little bit of life from Guild. While it wasn't a blowout or anything incredible, it was just enough. And the main factor I think I'm taking away from this, the key point, is that their defense is what held up in the final few seconds.
Yeah, that famous Guild defense that we saw show up in the BDS series, completely controlling that game through their defensive stops and possession. And Wolves Esports now going to have to recoup. They've got some time. This is a best of 7.
Right.
There's a long way to go still in this series if Guild do mount a comeback.
I mean, if we see a Guild reverse sweep, that would be ridiculous. And I still think it all starts off that missed shot opportunity from Wolves in the previous game where Devo was last man back. And Devo's been having a pretty rough day so far, to say the least. And he had missed the ball in the midfield, allowed Wolves to get a free shot on net. They missed. It bounced off the post, and Guild were able to turn it around. That is what changed everything and shifted the momentum.
But still, Turtle, you look at the score lines every single game, just a 1-goal game, and we have not had either team score more than 2 goals in a single game. So this has been a defensive showcase. Nolly, backboard hit. Again, Cooks are taking that right to the corner, collecting the heavy touch, gave it up, but Tho put it right back to Rick's Ronde, so the quick counterattack comes through from Wolves. Nice hit from Nolly, beating Cookser to the ball. First touch from Nolly. He stays ground on the wall. Oh, the dummy. This could be a chance for Guild. The pass down to Tho. Tho off the backboard, and then the jump by Cookser. Rick's Ronde has to get the touch to the corner, and he doesn't fail. For more double commits from Wolves Esports. We've seen that a few times, but they've not been punished for it yet.
Well, it's a frustrating thing for Guild because they have witnessed all these mistakes, all these small windows where they can punish. Even here for Tho off the backboard, got the accuracy, but a save did come out, and now Devo is getting tested on the goal line. He does get the touch, keeping Guild alive here. And the demo from Oli, I thought maybe it was going to slip in. Devo, what is happening with Devo on the back line? He has made another mistake that is crucial to that defense.
I actually think that I think that there was a piece of it. I think Oli got a piece of it after the demo. He did. After the demo, his momentum slowed down, and Devo didn't read the change. The way the ball was, it was almost impossible for Devo to tell that the ball was touched until it changed speed. That is I have never seen anything like that. A demo that slows a player down so that they push the ball back barely enough, and it throws off the read from the oncoming defender. That was wild.
Well, and you can't even blame Devo for wanting to get up to that early nollie. This is the pop-off we've been waiting for. All by himself, he has the perfect jump off the backboard with that Devo assist on the ceiling.
That is such a critical goal for Guild. Cookser, a weak backflip hit, and Rick's Ronde missing that touch proves deadly. Nolly, clutch goal. And they needed to stabilize quickly, especially after a play like that, Turtle. And you can't really fault Devo too much. It was a crazy demo, and not only the demo, but that touch was insane that it even happened.
Well, and with how fast the counterattacks from Wolves have been, it makes sense why he would feel panicked in that situation, because there's always another player who's ready to follow up. And Devo's trying to get the first touch he can. Now it's not Devo and Nolly, it's Tho and Nolly. That duo is back off the ceiling. Another awkward double commit, it seems like, where Cooks here didn't know if he should go for it or hit the net.
And this was a beautiful play here from Tho, barely dodging the bump from Cookser on the back wall. And that perfect pass out. Guild back in it, but now Rick's Ronde going for the pass. It hit off the arc, but it was well read by Tho, preventing any pass into the middle. Nolly getting rid of that ball. Picked up the corner boost steal. Rick's Ronde heading up the counterattack, late flick. Nolly And Oli, you see Cookser diving in. Devo, 50 by Cooks. Cooks gonna leave that for Oli. Oli, first touch control, going for net.
Wow.
Testing everyone. I think everyone left their wheels thinking they might have to get a touch there after Oli was making that play.
Oli, the control. He is a maniac with that first touch. I don't think I've ever seen a player be this consistent. It's so hard to have every single first touch go your way and keep possession, but Oli makes it look so easy, and he does it elegantly. And now here he comes with another dribble, and that's wasting time, allowing his teammates to get some boost, and he can get the touch back to Rix Ronde, start this play going. Cooks here, the finish, but Nolly had the pre-jump on that immaculate passing play.
Post it in! Nolly after the immaculate pre-jump save. You think that's enough for Guild to get out of this situation, but no. Wolves relentlessly attack. And a post-in shot from Rix Ronde.
And the key word, relentless. A lot of times teams will have a passing play that looks beautiful, it looks solid. You get the execution, but a better save comes out, so people start rotating back and get a bit worried. They want to go on defense now and prevent the counterattack. But what do Wolves do instead? They keep the pressure going, allow another midfield pass to come through, and they get the equalizer.
Rix Ronde trying to work some magic. Nolly couldn't get the corner boost, but Tho does. Pinch off the ceiling and down. Tho will hit it over to Devo. Devo misses his hit, but stays on the play. Giving up possession, though. Oli, solo play chance. Pokes it up, gets bumped, and pitches it off the ceiling. Nolly catching, flicking, and it's tipped by Cookser off to the sideline. Guild, a chance. Oli. The shot going to be blocked by Oli. Wolves trying to stay alive. For the first time in this series, one team is going to score at least 3 goals. Will it be in overtime? Yes, it will. Guild's tournament life on the line. Wolves on the brink of an upset to make top 4.
And they look so threatening on offense, and it's mainly because of this player right here, Oli. He's been pulling out some incredible plays, the first touches, the backboard passes. Cooks it with the 50s, but then on the other side, you've got Nolly still getting warmed up, revving the engine. Devo, his saves are starting to come out a little bit more and show his benefit to the team, really. He has been that defensive rock. It struggled a bit in the beginning, but now he's found his form.
So, perhaps getting antsy, giving up possession, but hunting Cookser down, opening up a shot window. Devo took it, but wasn't threatening enough. Oli going right for net, had space to catch it, so it's a rare time where Oli doesn't control the ball. Right. And that could have been all the difference on that play. Perhaps the nerves starting to show. Right.
I mean, overtime is a completely different game, James. You get into this mode where you're a bit more worried, you're panicked. You can even see that was 2 players jumping on the ball. Devo gets the demo on Oli. Now an opportunity if the pass can come through. It does not. Stuffed out, but the pressure's still on for Guild.
Nice little touch from Cookser to the corner as well. Now, Tho to end it. It's bouncing off the crossbar. Nolly with the hat trick to end the game. And Guild continue their battle back.
And I think it was a benefit that Tho didn't have the best shot, or he could right in that situation. It bounced off the ground, hit the crossbar, and that defender was forced to jump up, assuming a better shot would come out. If Tho has any more power on that, I think the pre-jump would have worked for Wolves. That allowed for a much easier follow-up, the cleanup, everything connecting for Guild. 3-2. This reverse sweep continues on, James.
Oh, this is getting interesting, isn't it, Turtle?
Oh, man.
Guild with their tactical timeout. And you think that game 3, a must-win game for Guild. They fail to come through. And now you've got the Wolves who are taking the tactical timeout after Guild threaten the reverse sweep. We're currently sitting at 3-2 in this best-of-7 series. Guild winning the last 2. Nolly, his offense finally starting to find its legs, and couldn't have come at a more important time for Guild.
Oh, man, and I feel for Devo. There's so many times, because Devo has been struggling, and I don't want to put him on the spot because he's been put in a lot of awkward situations. Devo, usually the third man back, who has to get a lot of these saves and these last-second touches to keep Guild alive so they can transition on offense. So he has a lot of pressure on his shoulders. So whenever he makes mistakes, you start thinking, okay, maybe this could be the end. Maybe we'll see Devo tilt. But with how experienced he is, Devo, he's been in the scene for so long. He knows how to compose himself mentally. He knows how to get out of a tilted situation. We have seen that time and time again. It has been Devo making a mistake. You start to think things are over, but then he digs himself out of that hole and begins to make more plays on the offensive side.
I mean, it's tough to believe that Guild was able to fight back. That first goal was absolutely an anomaly. You never really see anything like that. And Guild buckling down, Devo getting that assist over to Nolly, and then to make this comeback. Mark John, this has been such a treat to see from Guild, and you wonder if they've got enough in the tank to keep going. And this is another match point they're going to have to defend against Wolves, who have been playing them so close. Every single game, a 1-goal game. Wolves not giving up, but neither is Guild.
With the overtime goal in favor of Guild, that sent us into the next game here. It makes me think a little bit that maybe you don't go for the first shot, but here's Tho to completely cut me off. Early start for Guild as they continue the sweep.
And Tho staying behind that ball, hits it center mass. It wasn't the perfect double tap, but he was able to keep possession right into a dribble, forcing it through in the corner. And every goal has been so difficult on both ends that starting off the game with a kickoff goal, this is already going to be tough for Wolves. They called their tactical timeout, find themselves down 2 now off a power shot from Nolly.
And it's the backflip shot here from Nolly. A lot of players would just toss this up off the backboard and go for a double tap. But with the reads that we have seen from Wolves, you do not want to leave it up to them hitting that backboard save. So what does Nolly do? He just backflips.
Yeah, you like that play from Nolly too, because, and you see it sometimes in 1v1s where you run up, you hit the ball, and then you backflip because it lets you not lose your positioning on the field. It lets you get the hard hit, but also be in a position to clean up the rebound. So Nolly, he's leaving everything out there on the field. Guild showing fight.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the last player you want to see start to gain a little bit of momentum. Nolly, we knew what he's capable of coming into this series, especially after yesterday, where there was even a fight on the pre-show, you know, who was the better MVP. Nolly getting nominated for MVP of the tournament so far, and he wants to claim that title in this series.
Can you imagine being a Giants fan watching this series where you see Wolves go up?
Oh man, it's terrifying.
3-0, and you're thinking, oh, maybe. And now Guild are marching right back into this series. So we apologize, any Giants fans out there. Sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles.
It's nerve-wracking. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be difficult. It's tough. I mean, even in this situation for Wolves, they're trying their best. They've been looking so good on defense, but now the first start hasn't been ideal. That was an opportunity for Cooks here. Couldn't get the final shot on target. There was no follow-up. And Guild, while they've had to work for their goals, they are taking a different approach. It seems a bit more methodical. They're planning their attacks with much more detail, and it's slower shots. Maybe this is a tactic they're implementing. Instead of going for immediate power on a couple of these things, they're giving them the changeup. That's a slow shot from Tho, and Oli has a difficult time reading it.
And this was one of those rare situations where Oli and the Wolves not able to touch the ball to the corner. You could tell what Oli wanted to do was get that ball out to the corner to where he could follow it up or his teammate. Will we see some life? No, we won't. Wolves, that was the golden opportunity. And they threw it away. Cookser shot off the crossbar and out.
Oh, man. I mean, now I'm thinking again about the Giants fans. You see that? It's the one opportunity the Wolves can get back into this. Not even just for the Giants fans, but also for all the Wolves fans out there. That was the opportunity. Half the game left. You could start things off strong. in the second half, but still getting saved.
Back saves. What? Wolves, they're getting powerful shots, threatening the net, but now they go and give up a goal on the other end. Guild, they are on fire, and there's nothing that can put them out.
Oh, yeah. Noli, actually, it looked like Noli there was going to get a touch, and even on the replay, it looked like he touched it ever so slightly. And 4-0 for Guild. And at this rate, so long as the defense of Guild doesn't slow down, I think we're going to get a Game 7, James.
There seems to be no doubt. 2 minutes left, 4 goals, now 5 potentially.
Goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Going off the ceiling, popping off from top to bottom.
And the key to this play is the fact that Nolly did not jump off the ceiling. Instead, he let himself fall down so he could keep his flip for as long as he wanted to, get that timing, and find the shot, an incredible ceiling shot. Nolly, he is the saving grace for Guild, starting to show up right when they need him to.
1-goal games until this one. 5-0. Guild are crushing Wolves right now. And this is the precursor to Game 7, the decider, where both Devo and Cookser will have their name hanging from the rafters. The nerves potentially getting the best of Wolves. The defense starting to break down.
Yeah.
And the offense as well wasn't really doing what it had to. Multiple chances, shots right at the defender. Crossbar hit from Cookser.
Well, now, James, you've got a minute here. This game, you're on Wolves right now, it's a wash. I think you already start thinking about Game 7. You have to mentally prepare yourself. You're in the situation where the other team has all the momentum. Devo is still getting the save. We didn't see any of that within the first 3 games. Guild were clueless when it came to reading the shots from Wolves Esports, but they have adapted. They have adapted, James.
Devo got bumped by Cookser and still has the presence of mind to use his jump and get back and block that shot. Everything going right for Guild, hitting their stride at the perfect time possible. And Turtle, honestly, I didn't think we would see a reverse sweep, especially not in a best of 7. But as we've seen these games continue on, Guild is going to be going into Game 7 with all the momentum. And this is a nightmare situation for Wolves.
Oh, another one. Not
more.
even. I mean, if you're Wolves Esports, you're trying to start building the momentum and have something bleed into the next game, but you're still getting styled on, still losing a couple of opportunities. And my goodness, I'm speechless. We are going to Game 7 in this series.
And a hat trick for Tho and Nolly in the same game. Devo getting one on the board for good measure, ending Game 6 in style.
I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't just, flash on the other team a little bit. You get the flip reset, and this is how you want to go into Game 7. Wolves Esports, they've got a lot of work to do, but with what we saw earlier on from their defense, you can't count them out. This is going to be a tight match.
It's going to be, but man, you talk about Devo updating to the latest patch, the Devo Double Tap 2021 edition. Add a flip reset into the mix, and that was the last goal of the game. You think, could it get any worse for Wolves? Yeah. Well, yes, allowing Devo not only to step up his defensive game, but letting him get one of those under his belt. And now this is a 5-alarm fire for the Wolves, who won the first 3 games, every game so close. Even the previous games, all the way through Game 5, 1-goal games. Game 6, getting completely obliterated.
Yeah. And this is such a high-pressure situation for the Wolves to be in, which you don't find yourself in quite a lot. I mean, I just gotten word that there's only been 5 reverse sweeps in a best of 7 in the RLCS, 6 if you're counting qualifiers, and that's in total. This is a very rare sighting, and Guild have an opportunity to add to that history.
And this seems to be the year for Guild. Devo, ever since coming on board, has showed new life. Scoring chance early for Guild as they put that wide. A tip back. Cooks are racing to the ball, and he leaves it for Rix Ronde. The shot going to be pushed wide. Nolly will get a follow-up hit downfield. Guild survive an early attack. Now going on the offensive. The shot, crossbar. It's pinched by Cookser and out. Cookser again going for the touch to the corner. Nolly streaking in. Rix Ronde has to dodge a bump. Nolly, center ball. Throws there. Nolly falls into the way to block it. Unfortunate for Guild.
Oh, and I don't think Nolly had too much boost to get out of the way when you're flying in. It's hard to change your trajectory and the way that your car is going towards the net. An unfortunate situation. But the key factor to take away here is that Guild, they look strong. The passes are connecting, but don't count out Wolves yet. They are getting demos. They are getting a couple of bumps here, and Cooks here looks to be on point yet again. We cannot see another crossbar shot, though. Wolves have got to be clinical on their striking.
Nolly's double tap broken up. Lob shot. Cookser will tip it to the side. Though racing in. High lob. Rix Ronde will be there. Cookser against Devo. Devo wins that 50 back. Oli will catch it.
Well, the
fakes it, goes low. Throw it in the corner. Cleared up to midfield, it stopped. Devo has Tho in the middle. Tho's shot going top corner, but it's blocked. Double commit. Tho back across middle. Nolly trying to drop it down. It's off the backboard. Cookser will clear it out. Wolves panicking.
Well, they got a fantastic recovery, but now with the demo coming out from Nolly, that could leave a little bit of a room for error. But Devo can't get in front of the shot. That was an opportunity from Cooks here. A bit of a few awkward moments now for Guild, as you think Devo is going to be a bit more aggressive, but it doesn't come out, and we've got a battle for possession in the midfield.
Certainly do. Cookser looking for the passes, but will Wolves have the guts to commit in a game 7 where one goal could be all the difference? Cookser back pass to Rix Ronde. Low altitude double tap leaks out to the middle. Holy shot going to be blocked. Cookser, first touch, trying to get around it for the shot.
That's over.
Going to be high and cleared off to the side by Tho. Infield pass from Oli, right to Nolly. And that's cleared out. Rix Ronde can't get it past Nolly. It's up high. Devo's the shot opportunity. But Cookser was there. Rix Ronde, first touch, flip reset. Will he get it? No, he's going for the 50. It leaks out to Oli off the sidewall. The pace starting to pick up. We're still scoreless. Half the game gone in game 7. Guild wants to get top 6 in Europe to make championships, and a win here is crucial.
And Guild have matched the defensive reads. At the beginning of this series, Wolves knew where every shot Guild were taking was going. They knew how to intercept the ball, get in front of passes, find the save. Guild couldn't do that whatsoever, and now they have the answer. They have the demo, but it's saved. Cooks here keeps us tied up at 0-0.
That demo opened up an opportunity, and by the slimmest of margins, that ball was kept out of the Wolves' net.
My goodness.
Low boost hit upfield from Rix Ronde. Nolly, the lob up to Devo. Devo off the arc, gets into the middle, but Cookser, first one there. Tho was deep, but now comes into the play around one defender.
Here we go. Tho
getting through the
midfield.
Through traffic, weaving his way past the defense, and gets the perfect pass to Devo, who is waiting in the middle.
Absolutely totaled the defense of the Wolves all through a dribble in the corner. You get around one defender, you get around the second, and have the perfect pinch pass out. And I cannot express it enough, James. Getting that pass out without too much power because you're going for a pinch, it is incredibly difficult to do. Though he makes it look so easy.
Devo's double tap denied, only no boost. Does get the save. Hope alive for Wolves. That seemed a hopeless situation, but still a 1-goal game. And Tho, talk about brilliance in traffic. We saw him do it before, dodging bumps, dealing with the physical play, and making that key pass. Final 30 seconds for Wolves.
They need something, some type of midfield pass, anything unique to throw at Guild's defense. You were getting a couple of easier ones at the beginning, but with how things have turned out, you need creativity. And when you've got Nolly to worry about, I don't think that's going to happen. 2-0 for Guild.
Rick's Ronde thought he did enough, but when Noli's on the prowl, there is no safe touch. An absolute missile, upper 90, and Guild, they are 10 seconds away from doing the unthinkable.
Wolves, they need something here.
Wolves jumped out to a 3-game lead, but it wasn't enough. Guild battled back and reverse sweep Wolves. Guild putting their name in the history books.
What an incredible performance and turnaround, adapting to what the Wolves were doing best. Whenever they threw a shot at the net, it would get saved. They didn't care. They didn't get tilted, and they managed to fight their inner doubts, and that is something that can be probably the most difficult thing to do for a player. There are few things in this game that are more difficult than getting a reverse sweep in a best of 7. I can't even fathom this, because you go down 3 games in a series. You have to play flawless. Your shots have to be hitting the mark every time, because with what we saw out of that defense, a typical average shot from Guild was not going to be enough, James. Guild, that was resilience. We talked about Wolves being resilient at the beginning. Now it's Guild.
The Guild's unbelievable response. They make that tactical timeout before game 3. They lose. You think it's over. What is it? You said it's only happened 5 times in the history of Rocket League where a best of 7 reverse sweep takes place. This does not seem like it's going to happen, but then Guild elevated their game to the next level. Nolly, Tho, Devo, everyone popping off, but Tho, you talk about the key plays. You know, it's not always the shooter that makes it for a team. Tho proving that with incredible passes, weaving around the defense and making the play. Guild with a reverse sweep in a best of 7 over Wolves will score a massive win, and their top 6 hopes and their hopes for making the championship are alive. So unbelievable stuff from them. We're going to take a breather. We're going to a quick break, and when we come back, more RLCS X.